Hi, everyone. I'm Blanka. Thank you for having me. It's great to be here. Well, I'm originally from Czech, but I live in Japan for almost 19 years with a little break. We had about 3 years break when my son was born, but we are living in Japan for a long time. And my husband is originally from Africa, but he has Japanese nationality. So that's why we live there and we love it and we find it our home. So I came there in 2000 to see my friend who was working in Japan, and I fell in love with it. And for me, it was that kind of the inner peace. I know it's kind of funny, but I came to Narita and I was like, oh my God, I'm at home. So I really loved it. And so I started, coming back. I found a job, then I met my husband, and then it was, that was it. 19 years later, I'm still there. We build it home. We build it, our business, everything is in Japan. So we are there and we love it.
Fantastic. And how did you find yourself as an entrepreneur?
For me, it's easier because my husband he is a businessman full on. So basically, I've learned my ropes through him and with him. So for me, I had a very strong leader to, show me the ropes, to teach me what to do and how to do it, and, teach me the ethics and everything. So for me, it was actually not that difficult, although it's a struggle as a woman. I think as a woman, as a mom, it's when the struggles in Japan really come. But on the other hand, I still do a lot of my business with my husband, and having him to always help me and support me, that makes a big difference. So for me, the biggest struggle in Japan and doing business in Japan is the language barrier, because my Japanese is okay to have a conversation, but when it comes to reading and writing, it's just horrible. So that one, I don't know how you struggle, but that's where I struggle. So I actually mostly focus on the non-Japanese market.
Okay, that sounds good. If it's only the language barrier, that's something we all face in any foreign country, obviously, when
Yeah.
as expats. Okay, so but can you just be more precise? What was your motivation? I know your husband supported, which is great, but what was your motivation to actually start business? And can you share a little bit more about what your business is all about?
My motivation, first of all, was I wanted to do something. As when we came back to Japan in 2012, I was a mom with a small kid. David had 2.5 years, and I didn't want it to be the old dependent wife. I wanted to do something. I wanted to have a business that would not support me, because that's a different story, but something that would motivate me to be better and do better and learn and put my little touch on everything. And then as a mom, I saw that when David started going to school, or like to kindergarten, he started catching everything. He would come home and he would one week he would have the flu, the next week he would have this, next week that. And my motivation in all that was I wanted to have a healthier kid. So because I am an aromatherapist and I do a natural healthcare product, and as a family we also have a company. As one of our companies, we have few companies, but one of our companies is focused on the natural health products. So for me, it was all about a healthier us, healthier family, healthier child that doesn't go to school and catches everything, healthier husband who can, with all his stress, get a good sleep or get a good rest, and healthier me, because handling everything as a woman, you also need to be healthy and strong, and you need to have a good mental health. So I was looking literally for an outlet that would help me combine everything, apply it on myself, and with that be able to share with others. Because the struggles of women and mothers is actually, it's big. And for years it was something that nobody would talk about. Everybody would say, oh, you're a mom, what else do you want? But there's so many products and so many struggles that wife and women and mothers go through. So I wanted an outlet when I can apply what I've experienced and what I am doing to other moms and to other women and other wives, so they can use that on their families and to help them with that.
Fantastic. And because you mentioned like you are now having not only one business but few businesses, and you are wife and you are mom, so I just want to ask you how that can be, because many like women are struggling like to handle only one job, or even just to be part-time worker and to be a mom and a wife at the same time. How you can manage all those responsibility and still have a time to talk with me?
You just gotta do it. Well, you know what, you just manage, and I don't believe in having I've never done an 8 to 5 job or 9 to 5 job. I've never done it, yeah, but I always believe in doing things you can do at the time you can do it. So we kind of, our family, we kind of work 24/7, but then always find the balance. So for me, I take David to school 7:30 a.m. and then I kind of do my things. I find the time to do the things around the house, find the time to do things around my business. The great thing about my own business, the aromatherapy and the healthy lifestyle, is I can do it anytime I want. I can schedule my meetings around my son, my husband, and my family's business. So I can kind of put everything together at the time when it needs. And then, we just kind of coordinate our schedules and, what needs to be done. A lot of the things that I do for the family company, I can do from the computer. I do a lot of the marketing stuff. I do, I take care of like the little designs and menus and things like that. One of our businesses, we own few bars and restaurants in Tokyo. So I kind of do the behind the scene things, which I can do from my sofa in the evening. I have the best job. I have the office in the sofa, and glass of wine when it needs to be. So yeah, you kind of manage. You manage. You learn to do it when you want to do it. When you want to do it, you do it. It's
And
not like you have a boss.
sure. And how do you manage to build the trust with Japanese clients and customers? And how do you manage like to have a team who you can trust?
You know what? Most of my team is actually non-Japanese, because I do have one Japanese line that I'm building right now, but most of my customers, they are from around the world. So I have members in Philippines, I have members in Australia, I have members based in Japan, but who are from abroad. So for me, I have a very international team, and so we kind of apply the whole thing. I don't believe in your nationality or that your nationality defines you. We kind of all have a common goal, and we go and follow the goal. So I think why my team trusts me is because what I share with them is actually what I really practice myself. And because they see it kind of works on me, then because they see I use it on my family as well. I use it on everybody. Uh, and I practice it myself. That's why they trust me, because they can see it works for me. And so when they have some kind of an issue, they text me or they call me and they say, this is my issue. What can you recommend me? What do you know about it? And we talk mostly from an experience. And if I don't have a personal experience, then we kind of go through the recommended doses, or through the recommended process that I've learned through self-education. It's all about educating yourself. You cannot know everything, and you shouldn't know everything, but you should know where to find the correct information and then talking. For me, talking is a big part.
Okay, so that's my actually next question. Like, how you manage to educate yourself with the proper skills at the right time? Because there are so many information online, and like, how
Yeah.
who is helping you to understand what kind of in limited time to acquire the skills to be a successful business owner? Can you share how?
I'm very lucky. I have a lady who is directly in my organization, who is amazing, very very intelligent, very well educated on the subject. So I learned a lot from her. And also she created a lot of, or recommends a lot of studying material. So, self-education every day, when, whatever interests you, you kind of study a little bit about it. You learn a little bit. It's like the things you do, you kind of help us to find resources on how to educate yourself in some subject on a part of the business that you currently might need. I have another friend who runs an amazing educational group for that focuses on moms doing business, and her program as well helps a lot of women, that basically teaches you how to put in the little time you have and invest that time in yourself and in your education, and stay organized and on top of things without going crazy. So I kind of combine the whole thing.
Fantastic. And in terms of your marketing strategy, in proportion, what is your like online compared with the offline marketing strategy? How do you find your clients at this point?
I do a lot of offline classes. I do a lot of one-on-ones. And then I do a lot of workshops, because I believe you can tell people anything, what paper or video, it can handle anything. But if you show them in real life that these things works, these things are easy to do, because a lot of women would tell me, but I don't have the time. So I literally show them that it doesn't take any time. It takes few seconds to make your own product that doesn't contain chemicals. It makes few minutes to whip up a quick healthy meal for you, for your family. So I do a lot of workshop when I show people that it works and you can do it quickly. And that's the best for me.
And how do you find people who will attend your workshop?
It's a lot. I advertise a little bit. And then it's also a word of mouth. And Facebook is fantastic for that. I like the Facebook marketing because, once you create an event, people get to see it, because if people in your circle click on going, their people in their circle learns it. It's basically, and the strategy also in my business is, it's not about who I know, but who the people I know. So that it works great. Social media are fantastic for that.
So basically you are using online to convert people on offline, and then actually they see.
Yep.
And how do you use your personal brand for social media?
I have a page, and then I have a group. So I share different things on the different platforms. And as I said, I share things that I use on myself. I create a lot of stuff. I make all my personal beauty products, all my creams, all my cosmetics, and everything. And when I make it, I either take pictures or I record short videos, and I post people so they can see how to do it. And then I post it on social medias, and people see that and they go like, hold on a second, this is great. I can actually do this myself.
So basically you are the testimonial for your products, and then people can see how it works.
Yeah.
On you. And
I think in a business, if you have a product-based business, I think that you have to be a product of your product.
Totally with you. Yeah. And for all women who are now watching our interview, what do you think will be the best advice for them who feel a fear of starting doing something by themselves?
First of all, they have to find their niche. You have to find what it is that you are good at, what it is that you can introduce to people that they would believe that it's good. Of course I can be selling chips, but then I would not be good at it, because I have no relationship to it. So you really have to find what speaks to you, what you are good at, and you fall in love with it. When you love what you do, people see it, and then they themselves start being curious about it. They start asking you about it. So first of all, find what it is that you love, and if you know you love it, then start. You have to create a business plan. In my opinion, you kind of have to write down, and at least me, I'm writing down everything on a paper. I'm very old school, so I write down everything on a paper. So write down either in the computer or on the paper. Write down what exactly you think that needs to be done. Then go back online and find, if you do not have any marketing or management or education, find a basic course and start educating yourself. Because if you're gonna be doing it by trial and error, it's gonna be tough. So it's better to find a program that works for you, that kind of helps you with it. Nobody's gonna do it for you, but if you find a good coaching program, that will help a lot. And then you can kind of figure out step by step what you do, and don't be afraid of failures, because we all fail.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And in terms of the planning, how important planning is for you? Do you see like exactly how your business might look like 1 year from now or 3 years from now, or is that more natural flow? How is in your case?
For me, I kind of have my goals, and I am a firm believer in affirmations and in speaking my intentions. So I have my goals and I speak my goals out. But on the other hand, I don't think that in any business you can have a very firm targets and stuff, because things happen in life, and there are times that you cannot really focus on what you are doing, and times when you can give it 1,000%. So have some kind of a goals, have targets. It's always better to have at the beginning, have a lower target, so then you have more encouragement when you reach the targets, and kind of always try and think of 2 steps ahead.
Fantastic. And what is your recommendation? When is the best time to start the business? Is that when opportunity comes? No. Simple enough.
We are not promised tomorrow. So if you want to do something, do it now.
Fantastic. Blanka, thank you so much for your time and for this interview. I really enjoy. And please share your contact information, so for all ladies who are based in Tokyo, they can find what you are doing and maybe attend some of your workshop in Tokyo.
Not only in Tokyo, anybody, as I said, my base is worldwide. So anybody can actually reach out and we can all talk.
Like for the workshop, you have also something online or just offline?
Workshops, I do in-person workshops, but I have a lot of videos or a lot of recipes on my blog. So people can actually follow the blog and then do it following the blog.
Fantastic. So ladies, please be free to reach out to Blanka and see how she made it. And I hope she will encourage you to start now your business. Thank you.
With you and your program. Thank you, Ed, for having me, and thank you for all the great encouragement we actually get through your program, because that's very helpful.
Thank you, Blanka. Have a great day and enjoy your summer. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You too. Bye. Bye-bye.